So Nigel, tell me a little bit about your role.
It's program manager, which involves program and project work. It's interesting, many people don't know the distinction between the two. Often a program manager is seen as someone who manages lots of projects. Not strictly true. A program is more a group of, or it's a business activity that's going to deliver a business outcome which is over a long period or a stretched out period of time. It usually involves a number of projects, but they all relate to the same ultimate objective.
So what was your background coming into the role that you're currently in?
I've been a project manager since 1988, so I've been involved in IT projects since that time. More and more they've had a business focus, but it's involved me with many different kinds of businesses, many different kinds of outcomes. So I guess I just bring all that experience.
Can you tell me about some of the more interesting projects that you've worked on?
Yes, I mean there's been a real variety. Often the most interesting ones are projects that are already experiencing some problems because the challenges are already greater to begin with. Although it's very nice to do projects where you have to shape them from the beginning. I've been involved in things like building moves, so the technology associated with building moves, which is a lot more difficult than it sounds because you're not just moving technology, you're moving people, and the people you need to consider the feelings of those people as you're moving them. So that's why that's interesting. I've been involved in amalgamating databases, sort of on a global scale, and that's interesting because behind that there are people whose livelihood is involved. In some cases, when you're amalgamating databases, one of the databases will eventually stop operation, and that means people's jobs. And so you've got to be very considerate of those kind of things. And my experience has varied from New Zealand to Europe and the US and back to New Zealand. So I've not only had the opportunity to work with New Zealanders in our culture, but with some very foreign cultures. I've worked with people in India, and it's very interesting, very exciting, but it's a real challenge because our cultures are not common, and trying to find a common ground is always the challenge there.